Good morning, everyone. It is September 20th, 2017. This is Ryan from CryptoVice.com, and I wanted to take just a few minutes this morning, really just to kind of vent a little bit. So I wanted to, with everything that's been happening with obviously the Equifax cybersecurity breach, hack, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to touch on that and then talk to you guys a little bit about Civic. So Civic is a identity protection and verification solution that's built on the blockchain. Real up and comer kind of in this space. I am definitely full transparency here, guys. I am long on Civic, so I was a part of their ICO. I think they have a great team. Their CEO takes a little bit of heat for some of the Bitcoin price predictions that he makes, but I think he has a realistic outlook on the future, and I really think that Civic's going to go a long way. But let me just tell you what my experience was with this whole Equifax thing, because it was a little bit infuriating to me. So here's what happened, right? So I wanted to figure out, was I hacked? Um, I know that I don't think I ever signed up for anything Equifax related, but obviously I have a credit report, so I know that I'm in their system. The first thing I had to get over was, if you guys remember, right, when you went into this site to figure out if your information had been compromised, one of the first things that they wanted you to do was waive your right to sue them. So it kind of seems like just a game, right? Like, hey, we lost all of your shit. Now use our shit to tell you if we lost it, and if we did lose it, well, you can't hold us accountable at that point. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, awful, awful, awful. So if that didn't get you upset enough, let me show you kind of what happened next. So the next thing I did is I filled out my information, and I got this nice little message back from Equifax. It says, "Thank you. Based on the information provided, we believe that your personal information may have been impacted by this incident." That's a really nice way of them saying that they lost all my stuff. Somebody walked right through that firewall and took it from them, right off that centralized server. What a terrible idea, guys. It gets worse, though. Click the button below to continue your enrollment in Trusted ID Premier. Let me get this straight. Equifax, you lose my shit, you get hacked. You want me to waive my right to any kind of legal recourse to find out if I've been hacked, to find out if you lost my stuff. Now that you have lost my stuff, you want me to sign up for your Trusted ID Premier service that's supposed to protect my identity? I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. Like, this is nuts. Let's look at a different way. How about a better way? Enter Civic. All right, guys. So how is Civic different than the Equifaxes of the world, right? So the main thing being, it's completely decentralized. It's distributed. So if you pay attention to blockchain, Bitcoin at all, you know that's kind of a hot term, but it really makes all the difference in the world in this case. So in the case of Equifax, right, in most businesses, technologies that exist today, you have a centralized server. So there's a server where all of your information, all 20 million customers, however many, I don't know the number, but all of Equifax's customers, right? They sit in a database on a server. So there's a single point of failure. If a hacker wants to get in and steal those files, they know exactly where to go. It's literally like a beacon. Here's everything. Come and get it. So it's centralized. Civic, completely decentralized. Here's the beautiful thing about it. So when you use Civic, there's no Civic server, there's no Civic database, there's no Civic building really to walk into and steal the information. It doesn't exist, right? The beautiful thing about it is you hold your own information, your own personal information on your own personal device, your phone, your tablet, right? So your identity is protected by your biometrics, your fingerprint, for example, right? Maybe it'll read your retina pretty soon. You'll type in a PIN number. So let me be very clear about this, because I think it shares a lot of correlations with Bitcoin, right? So I see, can you be hacked? Absolutely, right? If you're careless with your email addresses, your PIN number, somebody could absolutely hack into your device and steal your own personal device off of that, okay? That's fine. That was just your information that was stolen. through your own fault, right? My information wasn't stolen. Your neighbor's information wasn't stolen. 5 million other people's information wasn't stolen. It was only yours. So it's a lot less attractive to a hacker when you distribute information over a billion different devices, right? Because they've got to hack into a billion different devices to get a billion different pieces of information. If you have a single server like Equifax, it seems pretty cut and dry, right? Single point of failure. Um, so I don't want to rant too much here, but I do think Civic will change the way that identity protection and verification is done. The other great thing that I think is worth mentioning here about Civic is when it comes to regulation, right? So if you are a company like Equifax and you want to store citizens' information, especially in different countries, right? You want to store the information of people in Mexico or somebody in Europe and you're here in the States or vice versa. There's an incredible amount of regulation behind that, right? All these steps that are supposed to keep these companies from getting hacked doesn't matter, doesn't work. Civic doesn't even play that game, right? They don't have that server. So there's no regulation that's going to say, hey, we need to make sure that your systems are secure. No, there's no system to be secure. It's the encryption on your own personal device. You're not holding anybody else's, you're only holding your own. Okay, ran over, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions, reach out to us over at CryptoVice, and we're here for you.